Hi everybody, Laura here for My Favorite Things. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a fun project to share with you that uses some of the latest May release goodies by My Favorite Things. So I'm going to start by embossing a background using this gorgeous new background cling. It's called Circle Celebration Background. Here she is. I've always loved this circle pattern. It reminds me of a quilt that my mom has. I know that this has a quilting name to it. You guys might know what that is. It's not coming to mind. I want to say eternity. I don't know, but there's a name for this pattern in the quilting world. But it's called Circle Celebration Background, and I'm embossing this in white onto some very light gray cardstock. So first I rubbed it down with a magic powder bag, inked it up with Versamark ink, and now I'm pouring on an entire bottle of white embossing powder, making sure I get good coverage with this Circle Celebration pattern. And I always do this, been doing this for years. I just do this on top of scratch cardstock, and that way I can really pour it and douse it and funnel it and do all what you need to do. And then I heat it with the heat gun like so. And look how pretty. This is going to make a great neutral background. Now moving on to the foliage. You know what I say? Have a leaf, make a wreath. And these are two new die sets. They're called the Grande Greenery Solid and the Grande Greenery Outline. And I'm using the smallest two dies in both of those sets. These two little leafy branchy dies. One's the outline, one is the solid. And I'm going to die cut these little Grande Greenery dies to the high heavens today. Oh, yes. And you're probably wondering, well, how much did you crank it, Laura? Well, since you asked, I did 24. Why not? So I did 12 solids and 12 outlines. I stay in the same color family. Like for that one, a dark red and a lighter red. For this one, I did like a darker yellow and a lighter yellow. You get the idea? And I go through the rainbow because that's what I do. Okay, now I'm going to die cut a circular window opening into my embossed background, like so. And then I do trim it out. I trim it down a little bit to give a nice white border on this white card base. I'm positioning it there, holding it down with post tape, just getting the lay of the land. And then I'm going to start arranging my leaves around that circular opening, making a rainbow wreath. Yeah, I feel like I've done 1,000,001 variations on a rainbow wreath. But I got to tell you, I just never get sick of it. I never stop loving a rainbow wreath. But if you're stop loving it, that's totally understandable. You can customize this wreath any way you want. That's the way you need it, any way you want it. Sorry. Halfway through every one of my videos, I go loony, is what I do. So I'm using Gina K Connect glue to adhere, and I don't glue the whole thing down. I just put a little smidge right on the end of the little branchy leaf, and I do red first. And then I'll do the aqua down at the bottom, completely opposite the red. And this is how I get even spacing. And if you notice, when I glue the outline down, I kind of cock it to the side. And that gives it that little bit of spiciness. Yep, it spices it up, just like so. And then I did the yellow. That was the halfway point between the red and the aqua. And then I just fill it in along the way. So basically it's math, right? And I consider myself a math wizard now that I'm a homeschooling mom. Yes. Okay, so let me just give you an update on the homeschooling. When I started with the Corona homeschooling, I thought I was going to just die. It was going so bad. No one was listening to me. We had no order and nothing was getting done, accomplished. I was starting to stress out. And then one day I woke up and I said, you know what? I'm just going to lay the hammer down. So I played bad cop and I got mad. I got real mad. And they didn't like it, and it was not very much fun, but everybody had to go to the rooms. I took away all the devices, and we got serious. And it's comical now looking back, but at the time it was pretty serious. Okay, so then the next day got better. They knew mom meant business. So now we don't really fight anymore, and they get their stuff. They still wake up late, which is totally fine. We wake up late, we eat breakfast late, but they get their stuff, and they go to their room, or even in the living room, as long as they don't fight. And they get her done. And that's all that matters. Now for the sentiment while I was blabbing away, I used the little hello word die. And I did the top one out of gold glitter cardstock. And then I did 4 out of white. I'm stacking those up for a nice dimensional word die cut. You know what they say, nothing better than a hefty hello, right? Okay, so now we're going to start assembling the card. I put foam tape on the back of my panel, popping it up on a nice white card base. And then I put little slivers just here and there behind the hello. Didn't need much, but enough to pop it down right there in the center. And then to finish it off, I added a few of those little Studio Katia clear droplets here and there. And this card is finished. It's got the glitter. It's got the rainbow. It's got a beautiful neutral circle celebration on the background. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.